What is up, Scorpio? How are you all doing? It's time to go ahead and take a look at your mid-month messages for April 2024. When I do mid-month readings, what I am looking for is to see whether or not we've had a change of timeline. Now, I know that may sound kind of weird. Like, what? Why would timelines change? I'm glad you asked. Because I like to give advice in my readings. And that's the reason why I give the advice. Because if you take the advice and you apply it, that does have the potential to change your timeline. So that's the intention I'm putting into this video. For those of you who would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, all the information on how you can go about doing that is down in the description box of this video. Speaking of personal readings, for those of you who catch this on time, Thursday, April 18th, we're going to be doing another live 2222 mini reading little session. So all the information for that is on my website, tarotwithrich.com, under personal readings, if you want to get in on that. Personally, I want to try to start doing that more often, but it just depends on what's going on in our schedule. We cut back on it a whole lot in the past, and now I'm trying to do it more often. I have fun with it. I like it. So we're doing that again on April 18th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. All right. So I'm starting this off with who's coming in next. Next person coming in. Scorpio still on the same timeline. Or did timelines change? If timelines change, did they change for the better or for the worse? All right, two more. All right, there we go. Let's see what's coming in next for Scorpio. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Okay. It's kind of looking to me like it might be a difficult decision for you to make, because it almost kind of looks like you're connecting with this person at an inconvenient time. It's kind of what this is looking like. Now, honestly, for a lot of you, I know it may not be all of you, but it may be like work schedules. Or something involving work, like maybe your work schedule is getting in the way of this connection, or maybe it's their work schedule, or maybe both of you have work schedules that just like don't mesh well together. But for whatever reason, something going on here is making it kind of inconvenient. And it's not telling me what this is all about. I mean, that's not uncommon. This Aries season, I've been seeing a lot of this energy for the next person coming in. But usually it tells why. Why your guard is up. Why you're either not trusting this or you're just guarded in general. But this isn't even telling me why exactly. I'm not sure, but with the Five of Wands down here, it looks like it's not going to take too long before you and this person start butting heads, honestly. Pardon the background noise there, y'all. I live up in the hills, so when planes fly over my house, they're a lot closer to the house because I'm in the top of a hill, so. Okay. This may be something that an opportunity you decide to pass on. Honestly, there's something missing here, dude. There's something missing here. I can't figure out what it is. Let's just look at this person's energy, their intentions, their feelings, and all that good stuff. Let's see. What's this person's true feelings, energy, and intentions? Next person coming into Scorpio's life. Let's see. Queen of Cups. Okay. So this person is definitely all about their work and their finance. Absolutely. They may... I think this person's a little bit inconsistent. You might start kind of noticing that just generally this person is kind of inconsistent. They may be inconsistent with their communication. They may not follow up. They may say one thing and do another. You know, that type of energy. But I don't think it's coming from a bad place. Now, as far they want to be in a serious relationship in which they fall in love and have something, genuine, honest, and loyal. And I think they don't even really know whether or not they feel a real strong connection with you. They don't really know. They want the Ten of Cups. This is what they want. Ten of Cups, Queen of Cups. But Two of Wands, Lover's card, they're not really sure how they feel about you or this connection. And I think you can kind of pick up on that. It's like they may talk a big talk, but you can feel that the energy is a little bit off and a little bit inconsistent. And basically, the behaviors and whatnot that you see don't match up with the words that you hear. So you may have very little tolerance for that energy. All right, let's see how this is playing out for the first 30 days. How's it playing out? How's this playing out for the first 30 days? Judgment. So you're making a decision. What decision is that? Lover's card reversed again. Wow. Okay, yeah, it's probably not going to take long before y'all start butting heads. And you're coming to the conclusion that this person is just playing mind games with you. And I think you're probably abandoning this. Okay. Yeah, Queen of Wands, man. You putting your foot down. You ain't playing no games. And you ain't dealing with nobody that's playing games. I don't think the person's playing games, like consciously and intentionally. Now, that doesn't excuse shitty behavior. That doesn't mean that their stupid actions should be excused. But just to let you know, I always make it a real strong point to point out that when dealing with a new person, you want to try to find out what their intentions are. Don't judge a person based on their actions. Judge a person based on their intentions. And deciding somebody's intentions can take a while of stepping back and just observing them in general everyday life. However, I've had people that I've had to cut out of my life before because, even though I know you have good intentions, there are some actions that just can't be excused. And that's a tough decision to make. Where it's like, look, I know you're coming from a good place. I know you mean well, but you crossed the line. Like, I'm just not dealing with that. So, let's see. It could be a Gemini for some of you. Let's get the advice here. Let's see if that's the best move for you to make. What's the best advice with Scorpio and this next person coming in? Is that a good idea? Or should you stick around and be patient with this? Let's see. Okay, King of Swords reversed. Okay, well. And the Death card. Okay, all right then. I would say I'm going to give you my go-to advice on connecting with a new person. 1 month. 1 month. I personally think 1 month is a little bit excessive. Sometimes I'll go ahead and tell you to stretch it out to 2 months, but I think 2 months is entirely too excessive. Let me ask you this. Have you ever met a real pair of actual life partners? Not just a couple that's been together for a long ass time. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a real, true, genuine, successful pair of actual divine life partners. Have you ever met one of those couples? 9 out of 10 people that I ask that question to say no, they have not. But if you ever do get the chance to meet one of those couples, or maybe if you perhaps know one, and you ask them to tell the story of how they came together, there's this one thing that they will all say. Every last one of them, 100% of the time. I knew immediately that I could trust them. Immediately. They may not have necessarily known that they were the one per se. I fit into that category. When I first met my person, I didn't know necessarily she was the one. I've met life partners who say that, when they first came together, they didn't necessarily know that they were the one, but I knew immediately that I could trust them. And that trust is instantaneous. And it's hard to put into words how you know that you can trust them. It's hard to describe. You just have to be there and experience it and feel it for the first time before you understand what it feels like to actually be able to trust someone. You'll look back on everybody you thought you could trust in the past, and you'll realize, I've never met a human being that I could trust 100%. And you don't realize it until you actually meet somebody that you can genuinely trust. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now let's take a look at the person from the past. Let's see if timelines change. Did timelines change between Scorpio and the person from the past? Let's see. 4 of Swords. Hang on. 2 more shuffles. 2 more. Ah, 7 of Swords. So they're planning and scheming something. They're patiently waiting and planning and scheming something. But with the 2 of Cups in the reverse, I'm not really thinking that y'all are actually coming together. Yeah, Devil card, Death card reverse. They're planning for a reconciliation attempt. Could be a fellow Scorpio for some of you, but I really just think that this is somebody planning for a reconciliation attempt. They're trying to pretend, they're like ignoring you, trying to pretend that they have forgotten about your existence. I don't know what exactly it is that they're planning. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Maybe there's a couple of you who have already been on and off with this person. So if you all have split up before and you came back last time, they think you're coming back again this time. Yep, see? Tower card, Death card, both reversed. They're planning for a reconciliation attempt. But with the 2 of Cups reversed, I'm not seeing you all coming together. I'm not seeing y'all coming together. It could be a Sagittarius. I also have Capricorn, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Cancer. Y'all know it could be anybody. Those are just energies. Let's see what this person's true intentions are. What are their true feelings, true intentions? What do they really want with you? Are they actually trying to have a genuine reconciliation? Or are they just trying to play games with you? What's this person's real intentions? 9 of Pentacles. Ah, Devil card again. Yeah, man. Okay, I see. So this is going to sound kind of fucked up. And believe it or not, this message coming through is not as uncommon as you would think. I do see this message come through pretty frequently. They're wanting you to come chase after them. They want you to want them, but not so y'all can get back together. Not at all. They want you to want them so that they can reject you. They want you to come chasing after them so they can reject you. That would make them feel good about themselves if you were chasing after them and they could reject you. That would blow up their ego. Devil card, 8 of Cups, 6 of Wands. Like they see that as the ultimate jab. You know, that would be the ultimate way that they could jab you back. So at the end of the day, what is that? That's just an unfillable void that doesn't lead to any type of resolution or any type of solution. Look, man, same 2 cards, dude. 7 of Swords, Devil. Huh. Fucking children's games, dude. Children's games. This is the kind of shit we used to do when I was in fucking junior high, bro. Fucking children's games, man. Well, is any action being taken here? So far, it doesn't look like it, but let's just get like 2 cards. 3 of Pentacles. Hermit reverse. Nah, probably not. Probably not. That's what I thought. What's the advice with Scorpio and the person from the past? What's the advice? Ooh, Queen of Swords reversed. Well, you know what though? As soon as you heal from this, keyword heal, not just walk away, right? But if you heal from this, that will turn you into a frequency match to your actual person. So I know some of you, this may have been like a long-term relationship. And if it was long-term, you want to be patient with the healing process. If you was with this person 4 years, 5 years, 7, 8, 9 years, and you just recently separated, you better be willing to dedicate no less than the next year to starting the healing process. You know that, right? You know that, right? And if you get on that healing path and you start really doing the energy work correctly, this could very easily turn you into a frequency match to your actual person. So whatever it is that you think you need to do in order to heal from this, let me ask you this. Do you think it would be a good idea or a bad idea to send this person a closure message? You think that'd be a good idea or a bad idea? I guess it would depend on how long y'all have been separated. If this was something fairly recent, I would hold off a little bit on that. Hold off a little bit until there's like this unspoken agreement that there's just an unspoken agreement that this is done. I ain't coming back. However long you think that would take, especially if you've already been on and off once before. If y'all have already been on and off once before, this person still be thinking you coming back. But I would wait until you can feel that there's this unspoken agreement that I ain't coming back. And once that's known, however long that takes, 3 months, 6 months, me personally, I like to wait no less than a year before anybody, whether it's romance, friends, you know, a year, 2 years, something like that, before I shoot a closure message and be like, look, just want to let you know I'm cool. You know, no ill will coming from me. But yeah, I would be doing some healing from this if I was you. The quicker you start healing from this, the quicker the universe can bring you your actual person. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be 100% healed and glowing and floating on a cloud before the universe brings you that person. That's not what I'm saying. Not what I'm saying. But as long as you're on that path and you are taking 100% accountability and control of your healing, the universe can bring you your person as long as you have conscious control of your own frequency and evolution. Because it's really, 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 really difficult to evolve, heal, and grow when somebody else is in your life. It's very distracting. So the universe is going to have to see you and know that you're taking accountability before they can bring you your actual person who will heal, grow, and evolve with you. Okay? Something that the two of you are going to have to do together, you know? All right. Current person. Current person. If you are not experiencing any issues, problems, or concerns in your current relationship, this is not for you. Uh-oh. Look what just fell out on the floor here. Death card just fell on the floor. Well, we obviously know what the death card is, right? The death card is an ending, but the death card isn't a sudden and abrupt ending. The death card is a slow, gradual transitionary process out of one cycle and into a new one. But that's also the Scorpio card too, so. All right. Boom, Hangman reversed. Emperor, some of you dealing with an Aries. Well, the first thing that I'm noticing here is that I don't have one single cup on the table. Not one. Not one. And I do have the Queen of Swords. Two of Swords. Devil card. So it's kind of telling me that if there was any love here, it's drained dry. It almost feels like you have gone pretty much completely numb towards this person in this situation. Like, for real. King of Cups reversed. Some of you feel like you're with somebody who is emotionally immature. But it's to a point now where I think maybe in the past you may have been losing a lot of sleep over this. You know, wondering if you all were ever going to get this back off the ground and get things back on a positive path. But now it's to a point to where it's like you're not even losing sleep anymore. You're just numb. It's just very much like, man, fuck it, whatever. It is what it is. So, it's not telling me why, though. For some of you, there could have been infidelity in the past that you never healed from. I know that's not all of you, but there is the Three of Swords in the reverse, which would indicate to me, if this isn't your story, don't worry about it, but I know it's one or two of you. There was some infidelity in the past, right? There was a third party in the past, and you all agreed to try to work through it and move past it. You didn't really work through it and move past it, did you? Just stuffed it under the rug and tried to forget about it, and it don't work that way, does it? That's going to eat at you and eat at you and eat at you and eat at you and eat at you. Again, I know that's not all of you, but it's a couple of you. I had to say it. Let's see this person's feelings for you. Current person Scorpio is with. Current relationship. Scorpio's current person. How do they see you? How do they feel about you? What are their thoughts, feelings, and opinions, hopes, dreams, and expectations? What's their energy look like generally? What kind of person are they? King of Wands. Okay. So maybe this person is kind of the stubborn type. Maybe some of you could be dealing with a fellow fixed sign. Be careful with that, man. Again, I know that's not all of you, but I know it's some of you. You're with another fixed sign, possibly a fellow Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or Leo. Woo! King and Queen of Wands. Or maybe this person just has a lot of fixed energy in their chart. Emperor, King of Cups. Whether it's a fixed sign or not, maybe they have a fixed moon rising. There's just a lot of fixed energy in this person here. This person's very, very stubborn, very hard-headed, they refuse to make any changes. They refuse to look at themselves. I would have to say this person does love you. They know that there's a problem, and the problem is weighing on them very heavily. But they're starting to feel the connection with you. It's getting weaker and weaker and weaker as time goes on. So this person's a horrible communicator. I just think this person's too stubborn. They're too up in their ego. Too up in their ego to make any kind of change. And I'm sorry, man. I don't care who you are, dude. If you refuse to make a change, your relationship ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Now, I know that we fixed signs are a little bit slower when it comes to making those changes. Because I'm a fixed sign too. And as a fixed sign who is very happily married to my life partner, sometimes it can be slower for us fixed signs to actually make that change. But you got to put forth the effort to do it. And this person ain't putting forth no kind of effort. No compromise, no willing to look at things from a different perspective, no nothing. So deep, deep down inside, they're afraid that this might be coming to an end, but they're not doing anything to change it. They're not even looking at the truth. They're not looking at themselves. Okay. For some of you, this person may have an addiction problem, maybe a little dranky drank, some kind of problem, some kind of issue. Okay, well, I mean, I do think the person does want to be with you, but not bad enough to swallow their ego pill and make whatever kind of change that they need to make. All right, let's see what's happening. What's the outcome? Eight of Pentacles reversed. You ain't even trying to work on this no more. It almost kind of feels like you're just stepping back and saying, whatever. Let whatever the hell happen is going to happen. Empress reversed, yeah. Oh, 5 of Wands. Drama. Button heads. I don't really think I see separation happening, but I do think it's to the point now where, at least in here, you're keeping your options open. You're starting to think about what other options may be out there. Some of you may actually be exploring other options, maybe. But I think whether you're actually actively exploring other options or not, you're still making the decision to open up and welcome in other options. But you're not abandoning this in April. Let's see if there's any advice here. What advice do we have? What advice do we have? What's the advice? Emperor reversed. Yeah, okay. Only attempt to control what you actually have control of. At the end of the day, you really can't control how somebody else treats you. You just can't. You can't. All you can do is express your concerns and see if they try to make any kind of effort whatsoever towards alleviating your concerns. Even if it's a shitty effort, even if they don't do it all that great, are they making any effort to alleviate your concerns, or are they just trying to make you feel stupid? Are they like belittling you for your concerns, you know? Now, some of you could be dealing with somebody who, if you express a concern, they try to explain themselves, you know? Now that's a different story there. If you say something like, I don't like it when you do this, or I don't like it when you do that, and they explain, look, I'm sorry you feel that way, but that's not why I'm doing that. This is why I'm doing that. That's a different story. I'm talking about when you express a concern and somebody tries to belittle you and shame you for having that concern. That tells you everything that you need to know. Everything you need to know. That means I don't care how you feel. I'm going to be who I am. I'm not going to change the way that I am. I'm not going to change the way that I do things. And if you don't like it, you can fuck off. That's basically what that means. That's what that means. So at the end of the day, if this person is putting forth no effort, you have one or two choices. Either deuces, or sit back, relax, quit complaining, because what you got's what you got. Now, I'm not going to say which one you should or should not do. That's totally up to you. Totally up to you. But if you see that this person ain't changing nothing, you ain't going to change somebody. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your sign is. You can't change someone. You can't. A person has to be able to see that they need to make a change and change it on their own terms. And if somebody's not willing to do that, either bounce or just step back and accept it for what it is, because what you got's what you got. Those are the two choices. Those are the two choices. All right? Okie dokie. I feel like those were the messages that my Scorpio friends needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this reading here. Thank you all once again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check down in the description of the video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And for those of you catching this on time, we are doing another round of the $22.22 mini readings on Thursday, April 18th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. If you go to my website, tarotwithrich.com, and click on personal readings, that is one of the options that is open and available now. So all the information is in the description of the video. All right, I'm out of here now, y'all. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Stay blessed.